All right. The news with the Outcasts with John Livia and Justin from Brooklyn. What's up, Justin?
Nothing.
We got some. I sent you a bunch of funny.
Yeah, this was a good week.
This was a good week. There's a lot of crazy shit going on. We're gonna. Well, you know what? Let's. Why don't we start with? Why don't we start with Cam Newton getting his ass whipped by a bunch of kindergartners?
Third graders.
Yeah. No, in his defense, he didn't throw one punch. You know.
I don't know why he should have. I was waiting for him to.
Yeah, he, 6'5", 200 and was it 260, 270? Guy's a monster.
An athlete.
Yeah.
So he's great shape.
So let's see. So basically what happened, I'll read what happened and then I'll give you my opinion. Then you give me your opinion as usual, right? Yeah. Cam Newton was in the middle of a skirmish during an 18 and under 7-on-7 football tournament in Atlanta. The former league MVP was seen on camera Sunday fighting off several people who were members of a participating team. Top Shelf Performance, a national program. Top Shelf Performance also trains receivers across youth, high school, and NFL levels. It's unclear what role Newton played in the fracas. Okay, Newton is in the founder. Okay, blah, blah. Then there was another article, right, that I found, and it didn't. Cam Newton didn't say anything, but the kids did. And basically, they didn't really say much. They apologized. They were like, Cam Newton's attackers have finally spoken out since the brawl with the athletes. So this happened on Monday. The men manhandled by the former NFL player, because if you saw, he was just throwing people around. Right? The outlet asked Top Shelf Performance about the fight with Cam and what led up to it. First, the men referred to as Steph and TJ Brown apologized for portraying this side of them. The two men also admitted that they should have been able to sit down with Newton to squash any ill will. First and foremost, I'd like to apologize to everybody that was out there, the parents. I'm not blah, 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 blah. Like we should have been able to sit down and talk. There's no reason we should be yelling at each other while the game is going on. Okay. First thing, we should be able to sit down and talk. You're 17 years old. You're not on an adult's level. You're not on Cam Newton's level.
No.
So what do you mean? These quotes are as if they're equals, which leads me to believe they're just entitled, spoiled, rotten kids. I can't imagine what Cam Newton possibly has said to them that would ignite them to fight, except the fact that maybe he was talking to them like a football coach.
Right, like, man to man.
Yeah. Stop being a pussy. Get out there and fucking work hard and stop being lazy and blah, 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 and whatever, and these entitled, single mother kids. Because let's face it, if you have a father that tells you, if you don't go outside and rake the leaves, I'm going to break your neck since you're 2 years old, Cam Newton calling you pussy is not going to matter, right? But what do you think?
I don't think he should ever get involved with that shit again.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to be nice, trying to give back, and I don't think he didn't have to be there, right?
I don't know.
I don't think it was. I mean, it wasn't like he had to. He wasn't getting paid for that.
No, this is stuff that he gives back to the community. Volunteers his time.
Well, that would stop right away. So I'm not watching him get fucking smacked around by little kids, and then God forbid I throw a fucking one fist. Now I'm getting sued by everybody.
I don't blame him for if he doesn't. I don't blame him at all if he doesn't.
No, I don't think anybody would.
But from what I understand, Cam Newton, that's his whole MO. He likes to give back to the community. This isn't the only thing that he does for the community. So I don't think he's gonna stop because of this one skirmish. But I don't blame him if he does. I don't think he's going to, because from what I understand about him, he's never been in any trouble. He's a straight shooter and he likes to really give back to the community. So
he's a good guy.
Yeah, exactly. MVP of football, blah, 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 blah. But you could this generation's kids. It's just like, dude, like, you can't even, like, why should words hurt you? Do you know what I mean?
They will look at all the words of violence. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, really? That's interesting.
I had a friend, this girl whose son was in football, and he was like 12. And it was, she was Italian. We grew up together, and she was complaining to me. This was some time ago. She was complaining to me that the football coach calls her son Meatball because he's a short, fat Italian kid. He's like, "Hey, Meatball, get back to where you're supposed to be." So this is how football coaches talk to you. I can only assume that this is how Cam Newton was talking to them. If he was helping out with a 7-on-7 tournament football tournament, right? Because
Yeah.
this is how football coaches talk. I just don't, I don't know.
Oh, these kids now, they're too emotional. You can't tell them no without them having a meltdown.
Yeah, right.
You can't even stop them from robbing a store without them fucking. Oh, I'm the victim. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like,
right.
are you fucking stupid?
It's unbelievable. I mean, instead of the kids and the parents realizing that this person is doing something really, really good, they're just like,
Yeah, maybe try to get something out of it.
yeah, yeah,
This guy
really.
made it. I mean,
Right. Yeah, exactly. And it's just pathetic.
Your go-to things to beat the shit out of them. And then they all filmed it. So you saw the video? It all happened.
There was videos from all angles.
I'm like, Jesus Christ! Now you just incriminate yourselves.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's like, what are you doing?
Some kid came out of nowhere and just threw a punch out of nowhere. He was wrestling with three of them. Thank God, the staff and security was right there. And I just couldn't believe how he did not. He restrained himself from throwing any punches at all.
He should have went fucking batshit crazy.
Yeah, but you're right. Like if he would have, it would have been lawsuit.
It would have been hit. Then he would have been the bad guy.
Yeah, underage.
Like, well, now they call them men in the fucking article. But then if they did get beat up or smacked around, the children, like,
right?
17's not a child. I'm sorry, I hate to break it to you.
Yeah. If you're right, it would have been a whole different ball game if he would have smacked the shit out of those kids, right?
He should. I was hoping that's what it turned into.
I mean, it was just like, and that speaks volumes to his character, right? Like in the most unstable situation, he was still able to control himself around.
He's right. I mean,
exactly around kids that can't control themselves. I mean,
let me look up his stats here. Hold on, because I saw that before he sent it to me. Yeah, I was like, oh, football player. First, those guys are all muscle.
No, it's insane.
Because I was really thinking the way it got reported that this guy just started ripping arms off these kids.
No.
And it wasn't that at all. I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, that's kind of stupid. I was like, if anything, the kids are the bad guys.
Oh yeah, it's
6'5". He's 6'5". He's 245 pounds. He's probably fucking 1,000% muscle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So he's not going to sue anybody. He's not going. So once again, these kids get off scot-free with no consequences.
Yeah. These kids are too emotional. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
God forbid you fucking misgender them.
Oh yeah.
I said, all right, boys and girls. No, we're they, them, you fucking bigot.
Yeah.
I didn't see any white people there, so I doubt that was the case, because that seems to be like a white person fucking.
Yeah, I know. There actually was. It was like, if you watched a couple of videos, a couple of guys that were part of the staff that jumped in were white guys. But obviously Cam Newton, obviously gives back to the inner city where he grew up and whatnot. But the people that were working for Top Shelf, they obviously, were from different backgrounds. But this next article was great because I've ran into people that this happened to at work, right? Where they're talking to somebody on the internet. They think it's this beautiful girl that's interested in them, and they're really just trying to suck them out of money. This happened to. It never got to the point where they actually gave money, but it got to the point where they talked about it with the other guys, and the guys were like, "Oh man, this is bullshit. This girl's fake," blah 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 blah, so on and so forth, right? So undercover footage shows how pig butchering. I didn't even knew that this was what it was referred to. Pig butchering romance scams takes unsuspecting victims' money. Incredible undercover video has revealed the inner workings of a devastating scam operation where real-life models lure unsuspecting victims. Incredible undercover video has revealed the inner workings of a pig butchering scam operation where real-life models are blah, 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 blah. Jim Browning, a software engineer and YouTuber from Northern Ireland who makes videos tracking and identifying scammers, worked with an insider who infiltrated a scam operation based out of Dubai, United Arab Emirates, and was able to obtain undercover video and audio. The 16-minute video reveals the inner workings of the pig butcher. So basically what happens is you're on a dating site, right? Because you're single or newly divorced or whatever the case may be, and you're an average dude, and this pretty girl messages you, right? And she seems really interested, and you're taken away because this pretty girl, no pretty girls ever, give you any attention because you're an average looking dude or below average looking dude. And basically after some time, after forming some kind of bond, talking every day or whatever, they ask you for money. You know, they give you some kind of sob story and they ask you for money. And in this case, they prefer it in cryptocurrencies. I don't know how they'd rather do that, but that's basically what happens. And that it happened to 3 guys at work. Like one guy, the pictures were completely fake. It was from a porno. It was a porno chick. I was like, dude, I watch plenty of porn. That is a porn.
I know that face.
Yeah. And the other one was my friend who was newly divorced at work, and it was this girl supposedly saying that she was in the military and she was really pretty. And I'm like, dude, I don't know. I was like, well, did you talk to her on the phone? Did you FaceTime her? Did you anything like that? No, we've just been talking. Well, it's bullshit, man. It's fake, you know.
I only give my social and my routing number.
Yeah, they give you some, or they do this, Send me money so I could buy a plane ticket to come see you.
Yeah, sure thing, sweetheart. It's on the way. Don't worry.
Yeah, but this has been going on, and I guess a lot of guys fall for it, man, because
vulnerable guys. I could see if you're going through a heartbreak, you want to try to get back out there, get your mind over it. But you know what? The best, go to a bar.
Yeah.
Go to a bar. There's plenty of females at bars.
Yeah. It's just nowadays everybody seems to meet people online.
Yeah, but then you get fucking scammed.
Yeah, but you gotta understand your, I know my level of person that I can hook up with, right? So if you're a 3 and a 9 messages you, there's probably a problem.
Yeah, might be something very suspicious going on here.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, come on, man. You know, let's.
Well, yeah, this model wants. Okay, yeah, but then I can see how guys do it though, because it's like,
dude,
you want to believe it with every ounce of your fucking being. Yeah, I still got it.
Yeah.
And you buy them a plane ticket with a fucking Concorde that doesn't even fucking fly anymore.
Yeah. Or they go, oh, I never received the money. I never got it.
What happened, baby? I think you love me.
I don't know. I never got the money. So you know what? Send the money again.
It's time.
This time, don't send it through PayPal. Send it through.
Just give me your routing number. You know.
Yeah. Give me your routing number, your PIN number, and it's just unbelievable. But dude, like honestly, let's face it. Most guys.
It happens because guys fall for it. That's why.
All the time.
But they had it was the older woman. It happened to a woman, and it was some younger. Wasn't there a fucking Netflix thing about it?
Yeah, it was reversed. It was a guy was scamming women.
Older woman though,
because when it's reversed, when it's guys scamming women, it's a Netflix special. When it's women scamming men, it's Who Gives a Fuck.
It's a fucking the news with the Outcasts special.
Yeah, right. Yeah, on YouTube that nobody watches. Yeah, all 7 of my followers. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's unfucking believable. But here's the point: they're saying that it was like some kind of like organized thing. So the girls were models, were working for probably guys that were getting people to do this, right?
Yeah.
Very few scams and brainstorms usually come from women. You know,
there's not ones that work anyway.
Yeah. There's not too many Griselda Blancos out there, you know, not too many, you know. But it's just
the guy hatching the schemes.
But yeah, but let's face it. I mean, most guys don't do well with women. Okay,
no,
they don't. And then guys tend to lie and exaggerate, or they dwell on that one time they did get laid.
Yeah, and it's like they're a fucking master of the universe.
Yeah, and they tell that story over and over and over.
Yeah,
and over.
Like, okay, buddy, we all know what pussy feels like.
Yeah. Yeah, take it easy.
What about the guy? Remember the guy with the Bluetooth in his ear all the time from work?
Oh, yeah, he was a great example of that.
He was another fucking jerk off there.
Yeah, Tony D.
Hey baby. Yeah. He was a piece of shit, that guy.
He talked like he got so many women, and he was this. For people who don't know, we used to work with this guy named Tony D, and he was.
I don't want to say his last name.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say his last name. He's retired now. I don't know if he lives. He said he was moving to Florida, but you couldn't believe anything the guy said. He was a little short, fat Italian guy. You know, he looked like the Penguin.
He wore a bodysuit too. Remember the rest?
He looked like Danny DeVito. Yeah, he wore a bodysuit to suck his fat stomach in, you know, like a girdle. And he would brag about all these girls that he had. And it's like, oh God, dude, come on, give me a break.
No, you didn't. What the fuck? Who are you kidding?
Yeah, it's like, give me a. You know,
we're not one of your retarded neighbors.
Did you say for farted?
Yeah.
Oh man.
We're not one of your autistic neighbors. Oh, really, Tony? Tell me another one.
Yeah. So the next story, this one goes a little bit too far though, really. I mean, when are we gonna stop this? I know there's a lot of pushback, but it's getting to the point where this is ridiculous now. Girls basketball team forfeits game after trans player reportedly injures three of its players. I mean, come on, man. When are we gonna stop this nonsense? She literally put three girls in the hospital and they had to forfeit the game. He, you know.
Fucking, I don't know why the parents don't just say, fuck you, you're not playing ball no more.
Yeah, right, exactly.
And if you do make it to the WNBA, we still gotta support you because they don't make any money.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Oh, it's not, where's this going?
A girls' high school basketball game in Massachusetts abruptly ended after a coach watched three of his players get injured by a transgender player on the opposing team. Come on, man! Like,
They
really?
should have gone to court. They should have said, "This is stupid." At this point, we're not playing. We'll take the loss. I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. The Collegiate Charter School of Lowell girls basketball team was forced to forfeit during its February 8th game against KIPP, Massachusetts, after one of KIPP's players, a biological male, injured three of their athletes. Come on.
I'd sue.
Serious. If I was the father of one of these girls, I would go on that court and kick that girl right in the nuts.
Where is the boys' parents though? Are they cheering them on? Like, oh, that's our girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's wearing a cup.
Wait, the one with the cup and the goatee. That's my girl.
Yeah, the one that the balls usually come out of the bottom of the shorts.
Yeah,
the woman balls. Don't worry.
Is this? Oh, I mean, if this lunacy doesn't stop, this is ridiculous. Girls are going to get hurt left and right. This is.
Well, no one's stopping it. I should go. Well, I suck at sports to begin with, but
I mean, this is just ridiculous, man.
Well, no, listen, I was watching today, it came up. I don't know when it was from. It was a Pentagon official. It wasn't the other one that's the trans woman that was always on with the CDC and shit. Another Air Force high ranking, it was a Pentagon official, but it was a guy in the woman's uniform up at the podium talking about, I don't know, not like shit that the Pentagon shouldn't even be touching.
Right.
Like all like LGBTQ rights and shit. Like, really fucking come on, guy. You do dress like a girl.
Riley Gaines put on X, which was Twitter.
Yeah.
Underneath this article, she wrote, trans identified male player for KIPP Academy in Massachusetts injured three girls before halftime, causing Lowell Collegiate Charter School to forfeit. And she wrote, a man hitting a woman used to be called domestic abuse. Now it's called brave.
Yeah, it's called heroism.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. So if people don't remember, Riley Gaines was the swimmer who came in second to the guy who faked being a girl. So what was his name?
Oh, Leah Thompson.
Leah Thompson. So Riley Gaines would have been the girl swimming champion.
Yeah.
And she's the one, she's got more balls than he does because she's coming out saying, nah, this ain't right.
They canceled her, didn't they? She got a backlash.
Oh, big time. But you know what? I think she's got more support than backlash.
Well, people starting to come to their senses, I guess, because it's like
the majority of people are, but I don't know why.
Well, when you got the courts and government officials taking this, you got the vice president, they had a whole big transit at the White House.
Right. It's just
God really say, well, that woman has a dick, and
yeah.
And then I'm the asshole for pointing that out. Like,
yeah, right, exactly. Like I have to sit there and not act surprised that there's a man in the dress at the table.
Yeah, what a brave woman.
Yeah,
I heard Riley Gaines got the Woman of the Year award.
I hope she did, and if she did, I hope
probably from some right leaning.
It's fine with me. The more attention she gets, the better. So did you hear about this Gemini, Google Gemini?
Oh, yeah.
So apparently Google Gemini, which is what, some kind of artificial intelligence?
It's, I think, if you ask the questions.
It refuses to say pedophilia is wrong after diverse historical images debacle. Individuals cannot control what they are attracted to. Listen, man, I don't buy that. Look, okay, let's take you for example, right? You knew that drinking was a problem.
Yeah. So
you stopped, even though you wanted to drink, right? Yeah. That's a pedophile, okay? it's a problem. So please stop.
Yeah, it's not. Well, I mean, I would have compared drinking to pedophilia.
But what I'm saying is, if it's
That's pretty extreme.
what I'm saying is the addictions, if you're going to call it like, oh, you can't control it. Yes, you can. Okay. You choose not to. You can control.
Oh, yeah. I mean, once you, yeah.
And it's just ridiculous. You know, once you get little kids into the equation. All right. Google Gemini chatbot. Oh, that's what it is as woke as its revisionist history image generator. The search giant's AI software refused to condemn pedophilia when the chatbot was asked if it was wrong for adults to sexually prey on children, declaring that individuals cannot control who they are attracted to. I mean, come on. What kind of cop-out is that? That's ridiculous. The question is multifaceted and requires a nuanced answer that goes beyond a simple yes or no. Gemini wrote, according to it. Oh, come on, dude.
They want to lower the age of consent.
It's just, dude, how far? You know, in Jersey, it's 16. How much lower are you going to make it, for Christ's sake?
16, really?
Yeah, I'm not, I swear it's been 16 forever. It's been 18 in New York, 16 in New Jersey. Do you ever see what a 16-year-old girl looks like? It's like a child. I can't, it's disgusting.
Yeah, that's a little, I couldn't say if it's two 16-year-olds.
I mean, no, you have to be, I think it becomes statutory grape if she's 16 and you're over 21 or over 18 or something like that. But it's come on. I mean, it's, you know, what are you going to lower the age to 12? I mean,
yeah. Well, when do they start growing teeth?
We really need to go back to, like, I'm not going to say it.
I don't know what
I'm going to get kicked off YouTube if I say it. I'm not saying it.
Well, what else did they do? They showed like it was a black George Washington, and it just wouldn't show you a white guy. If you said show me a white guy, just wouldn't do it.
Show me a picture of a straight white male, and you get a Chinese woman from Afghanistan. What the?
Yeah. They showed it was like a bunch of historical figures, but they made that were white guys, and they made them all like black or like Native American or everything but white. Which I thought it was funny. I was like, this is fucking stupid.
Yeah, it just gets ridiculous. You know, and I don't know. You know, whoever thought that the future would be like that? Like, whoever thought? Did you think when you were a kid that you were going to grow up and you were going to be like?
No, I didn't know. Dude, when I was in high school, I never heard the term transsexual. Yeah. You heard cross dressers, or because I was, people, great guys cross dress.
Yeah, trans testicles. Like,
yeah. You didn't have to fucking, God forbid, some boy comes in one day and make demands like, oh, you gotta come here. I'm a girl now. Like, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm not going to shit. Well, first of all, they wouldn't last very long.
Right.
You're not doing that back in the fucking 90s.
Yeah, no.
Even you gotta, it's I don't know. They gotta stop fucking pampering these kids.
That's what it is, and that's exactly what it is. These are entitled children that have never been said no, and then they grow up with the same mentality. So when they don't get what they want, they just yell and scream and pout just like a child.
Well, you see the protesters screaming and crying.
Right, exactly.
Well, what? Did you see the kid that? Speaking of protesters, the kid that lit himself on fire.
Oh my God!
Because of Palestine.
Yeah, and the
Palestinians ain't even doing that to themselves.
And the saddest part is, it made it as far as our news.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
he pulled out like a thermos.
Yeah.
Fucking went like this. Then he said, "Okay, there's from Palestine. Fucking free Palestine." Then he stopped because he must have passed out from the pain. Then he ended up dying. Imagine that. Imagine lighting yourself on fire for something that has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And it's not going to stop because you lit yourself on fire. It's not.
No, I would. If I was. No, I mean, what do you think? Fucking Netanyahu's going to be like, maybe we went a little too far.
Yeah.
He's not going to give a shit. He doesn't even know this fucking kid.
Right. It's ridiculous. So Elon Musk is in the news again.
He's suing somebody, ain't he?
Well, that's Disney. That's completely different. Oh. This is Neuralink's first brain implant is working. Elon Musk's transparency isn't. Elon Musk says Neuralink's first human trial subject can control a computer mouse with their brain, but some researchers are frustrated by a lack of information about the study. The first person to receive a Neuralink brain implant has apparently recovered and can now control a computer mouse using their thoughts, according to Elon Musk, the company's co-founder. Progress. How many companies does this guy have?
He's everywhere.
Jesus. SpaceX, Neuralink, Tesla, X. Progress is good, and the patient seems to have made a full recovery with no ill effect that we are aware of, Musk said on February 19th in Space's audio conversation on X in response to a question about the participant's condition. So this guy gets first of all, who's the guy that volunteered to get a brain implant? That's number one. So they get the brain implant.
What happened to using a monkey, like when they do it space?
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, right. Yeah, what happened to test animals?
Hey, we got a monkey. What was that?
Yeah.
Gives a shit.
And what's funny is that the implant is like as big as a quarter. It's not like small. You know?
Is it like a quarter?
I don't know. And they put it in your head, and you're able to I guess somehow work the computer with your head.
Yeah, I want the one that makes the girls take their clothes off.
Yeah, that's
Give me
the
that
one
one.
I want.
Give me the one that picks the lottery numbers.
Yeah.
Fuck the mouse. I don't want to fucking.
That's right. Yeah. Give me the yeah. Give me the one that makes all the women fall in love with me. All the beautiful women.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could have the ugly ones, just the beautiful
The
one.
one that all the women want to rape me.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'll backfire because they'll be putting strap-ons on it. Not that rape. Nah.
Yeah. 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 This isn't working the way I wanted it.
This ain't what I had in my mind. Stupid piece of shit don't work. That's pretty scary though. They should that. I don't believe in regulating private businesses but there comes a point where it's gotta be okay. This is
there are certain things that we should just not mess with.
I think all the robots, like how they have like all the the Amazon warehouse would have had all these robots fucking zooming around back and forth with packages. And then these Amazon employees are not gonna fight to fucking be unionized to make all this money.
Oh yeah, it's like
replace it.
They get replaced.
You gotta learn, especially with a warehouse worker. It ain't that fucking technical of a job.
Right.
It's the same thing with McDonald's.
Right. Exactly.
California.
Walgreens, McDonald's, you got self-checkout lines, and it's like, oh, you want
I don't really think I asked the jerk off in Home Depot, hey buddy, can you help me out? Yeah. No, I don't fucking ask them for anything.
It's almost like they want to raise minimum wage, and the companies are like, oh, you can raise the minimum wage, we're just
no
gonna
problem.
Yeah, self-checkout robots, we're good, no problem.
Yeah, when's the last time anybody asked a Home Depot employee for anything? I'm not knocking Home Depot employees, but I'm just saying it's like
they're kids or they're guys that are retired.
Retirees, which that's who those jobs should go to.
Yeah, but the thing is, the truth is, if let's say I have a side job, right, and I'm doing electrical work, if I go to Home Depot, and you're right, there's no problem with working at Home Depot, but it's obviously they're not going to have the same knowledge of one particular area as if you went to a supply house, electrical supply.
Yeah, like electrical supply or plumbing supply.
You know, it's just not going. Like I literally have gone to supply houses and did not know exactly what I needed, and I explained the situation to the guy, and the guy goes, I got it, no problem, right?
Yeah.
And then I go to Home Depot and I ask something specific, like, do you have a
extension cord?
Yeah, yeah. And the answer I get is whatever's here.
Check aisle 4.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Thanks.
They should change that name to Home Depot to whatever's here. Whatever's here.
This aisle. Come down to this aisle.
This one was good too. This one was like kind of sad too. I sent you this one from Blaze Media. 90-year-old volunteer claims she was ousted from MS Society after 60 years of service for questioning pronouns. Her name is Fran Itkoff, 90, has been volunteering for the National Multiple Sclerosis Society for roughly 6 decades, helping multitudes of people who suffer from the disease that plagued her late husband. The elderly volunteer recently told Chaya, I don't know, of Libs of TikTok, that her days with the MS Society have been unceremoniously brought to an end because she allegedly dared to question the organization's social constructive virtue signaling, provision of gender pronouns in particular. So basically, this woman didn't know what the hell they were talking about, and said, what
do you mean?
What are you talking about? What pronouns? And they're like, well, everybody has to learn how to be all inclusive. And she's like, we've always been all inclusive. I don't understand the problem. So then they basically just told her, you know what, we don't really need your services anymore.
Yeah, fuck you, lady. Get out of here.
I helped
60 years of not getting paid from us.
Yeah, it says here, I helped him. She's speaking of her husband, of course, all the time. When he passed away, which was 20 years ago, I decided to keep the group going because everyone wanted to continue it. She said, I was confused. I didn't know what it was, what it meant, speaking of the pronouns. I'd seen in a couple of letters that they had come in after the person's name. They had the pronouns. I didn't know what that meant. So finally, when I was talking to her, I thought I'd ask, what does it mean? And I'll let her tell me. She said it meant that they are all inclusive, which didn't make sense to me because it sounds like you're labeling for females and not males if you're just putting in she, her, continued Cuff. A few days later, I got an email from her saying that they're sorry we had to ask me to step down as a volunteer from the MS Society.
Probably broke her heart, too.
So what else is she going to do? She's 90 years old. It's probably her whole life.
See, that's the thing. Like, it's a place for MS, not like the trans people. It's like, no, you like there's boundaries. Like, okay,
Really?
this ain't about you now. Nobody gives a shit of what you are. Just fucking like shut up.
Apparently, you're not all inclusive, are you, lady? Because you just
No.
hired an 80-year-old, 90-year-old woman that volunteered. I mean, come on, give me a break.
Well, she probably fucking guy probably comes in, clearly a guy with she, her pronouns. Say, I know this fucking guy. His name's Frank. It's not a she or a her.
Right.
And it's like, then you're the asshole. Oh, you fucking transphobic.
How do you expect a 90-year-old woman to understand?
Yeah, it's like this. That's what my biggest fear is in like 50 years from now, when all these college kids are like in their 60s,
Yeah.
70s. Like, what's the and that's I don't know what the world's gonna be like. I hope I'm not around for that shit. That's gonna be fucking crazy. Not even the world, just the United States.
I mean, my mother is 88, and she says words now that you're not supposed to say anymore. But when she was growing up, it was fine to say. Like, for example, calling black people colored. She still says it.
Colored guy.
Yeah, she still says it. And what are you supposed to do at 88 years old? Tell her, Ma, you're not supposed
to. You got to change your ways, Grandma.
Yeah, it's like she means no foul, no harm. I know it's wrong. You try to correct her, but it is what it is. What are you gonna? It's whatever. It's ridiculous.
I mean, it's like calling anybody any names. No, you can call me whatever you want. I don't get no name is gonna offend me to the point where I complain about it.
Me neither.
Like, you call me whatever racial slur you want. I'll laugh.
They should be on a construction site. They should be on your construction site. They should be in the sewer with me and hear what we say to each other.
And it's mostly just making fun. We're just basically abusing each other. It's not like
just breaking on each other.
Laughing. Like, it's fun.
It's hilarious. Yesterday, this guy named Joe, we were working together. We had to take apart a gantry, a steel gantry, because the gantry was used to lower something heavy down into one of the tanks. So the job was over. So we had to deconstruct the gantry, and it was steel. So, there was two sides, and he pulled the pin out of one side. I'm holding it up. And I thought that there was a stop. I don't know what you want to call it. Not an emergency stop, but a stop place for the gantry to come down. But apparently there wasn't a stop. As soon as he pulled the pin, the thing came straight down, landed on my foot. Right. So my foot's all black and blue, blah, blah, blah. And it's not broken. I'm able to wiggle my toes. It's a little sore, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. No big deal. Of course, the guy was like apologetic and so on and so forth. And I was like, dude, it's an accident. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. My foot's not broken. We're fine. Accidents happen. So Joe is he's a big fat guy, Yeah. So last night I sent him a picture of my toe. And I said, I hope you're satisfied. And he goes, I'm going to put that picture on Foot Finder. Somebody will buy it. And I said, I'm just going to tell people you dropped your lunch on it. And that's it. We just went back and forth, and we're just busting balls.
You can't be sensitive in certain surroundings.
Yeah, no, definitely not. And it's like, I told him, he was nervous. I was like, don't worry about it, dude. It's fine. It's accidents happen. My foot's not broken. We're good. And I just went right back to work. It was like 8:00 in the morning. What am I supposed to do? Anyway, all right. The last two articles were actually pretty funny. I made sure to send you these. So an on-duty cop arrested for shoplifting $140 shoes while in uniform. Embarrassing for the department. Shut up! My dogs. A Mississippi cop was arrested by her colleagues. Could you imagine that? For allegedly shoplifting sneakers while on duty and in uniform, getting taken into custody in her own squad car.
Wait, what state was that in?
Mississippi.
Oh, because I know California, I don't even like.
Yeah.
Like, it's like legal out there.
So apparently she was fired. Robin Connor, 33, was busted Wednesday at Dick's.
Dick's don't even have good sneakers.
They went to Dick's.
You have a pair of New Balance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Dick's New Balance is like making a comeback. I see a lot A lot of the young kids wearing them.
I use them as like I use them as slippers because they're fucking comfortable.
Yeah, they are actually. Dick's.
I did the pair. They were like $50 when I was. Now they're going up in price because everyone's buying them.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember the last time I had a pair of New Balance. Dick's Sporting Good. An employee stopped there after walking out with a $140 pair of tennis shoes. Her police chief, Joseph Doherty, told the Columbus. We're putting her in jail, said the chief, who was among those who responded to arrest his own former clad officer.
Pair of sneakers.
Yeah, man.
So you're fired. That's it. I'm not fucking going to prosecute you.
You know what's the problem? The free healthcare wasn't good enough for you? Really?
Oh, the fucking pension after 20 years.
Yeah, really. I mean, you got to know when to leave good enough alone. Really.
That must have been a hell of a pair of sneakers. Yeah.
Yeah, really. Were they the Trump gold sneakers?
Yeah, that would have been great. That's why they fucking were in jail.
That would have been fucking great. All right, and last story, something similar. This is typical American behavior. Mom given $10,800 in taxpayer refund for poor family, spent most of it on luxury Miami trip, and she said, "I wanted to blow it." Yeah, that's great. A mom of three given
kids, you fucking bitch.
a mom of three given nearly $11,000 in a taxpayer fund program for impoverished families has admittedly blowing most of it on a luxurious 5-day trip to Miami, even getting a $180 glow up not to look like a working mom while there. Oh, my God. Kennethia Miller, 27, was one of 132 mothers in Washington, D.C., accepted last year into the Strong Family, Strong Future pilot program designed to help those living around the poverty line, according to the Washington Post. She chose to take no strings attached, $10,800 lump sum, rather than $900 a month payment, and immediately spent more than $6,000 on the trip for her and her 3 sons and their father.
Oh, that's when dad comes around.
Yeah, yeah, right, exactly. It's like, I know it would be politically incorrect to do this, but somebody's got to do some studies on these, companies or places that just give you money because you're poor.
It doesn't help anybody because obviously
it doesn't seem to help at all.
You come back from Miami with nothing, and it's like, what the fuck? Who gives a fuck?
Right back to where you started.
You'd think you'd save that, maybe get some
pay bills or pay your kids clothes or whatever.
Something.
They've had welfare and food stamps since the 60s.
Yeah, it doesn't. What the fuck does? I mean, welfare helps, I'm sure, but for what? It just helps you not go to work.
Doesn't seem to get people out of poverty. A poverty rate is higher than ever.
Yeah, no, that's not even a racial thing. Most,
my brother,
white people on welfare, they're just fucking broke.
Yeah, my brother had a Section 8 building. I think he still owns it, and he had 2 rentals. And there was a woman that lived downstairs and a woman that lived upstairs. The woman that lived upstairs had she had diabetes, bad diabetes, and she had a leg amputated. So she really needed the Section 8. It was her and her daughter. She had one daughter. She really needed the Section 8 because she obviously couldn't work. She had a leg amputated from the diabetes. Downstairs was another woman who had 3 kids from 3 different guys and was completely healthy and could work. But, yeah. So there's your answer. But the problem is, where's the cutoff? Because obviously some people do need it legitimately, right? Yeah. And then a lot of people just take advantage of the system. So where do you cut the line off?
A lot of people are just born into it, and they just
it's like a business plan to them. Yeah, right. They just think, this is natural.
I'm a welfare, and it's like my parents, and then it's like then now they have it. It's like, it's be fucking crazy.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So much opportunity out there.
It's unbelievable, man. It's I'm no expert. I'm sure it helps some people, but it doesn't seem to be pulling people out of poverty the way they originally intended to back in when they passed the law in the civil rights in the 1960s. Less people were in poverty before that time than they are now, but
welfare doesn't help anybody. It keeps you fucking trapped on welfare. And it shouldn't be a permanent thing either. I don't know why they make it.
That's also here's the
you're down in your luck. Here's you get the 18 months and then that's it. That's long enough to figure it out.
Yeah, the problem is the kids. The kids are innocent, right? The mother or the parents could be complete scumbags, but how do you tell the 6-year-old that you're going to starve now, right?
I think the KCS should come in and take the kids away. It's like,
That yeah.
But that's another fucking nightmare, I'm sure.
Right. Yeah. I don't think there's an
watching these kids.
I don't think there's an easy answer, but it does just all I'm saying is it just doesn't seem to be helping. That's all.
That this fucking they should, I don't know, instead of helping all these illegals out, let's fucking help the people here already.
Oh my God, dude. I mean, I don't know how anybody votes Democrat anymore. No, seriously, think about it. If I was black, I would be really pissed. Like, so what is what I mean by that?
Black. I was just down on my luck.
Yeah, but no, but
like struggling, like what the fuck? And
but wait. Historically, not recently, not in the last 5 to 10 years, but historically, when black people get into problems with the cops, and I'm not saying the last 5 or 10 years, and especially if there is tension, historically they got their ass whipped and thrown in jail, right? So now you have these illegals that come here, they beat up cops, and they get released 24 hours later, right? Right? No bail. Then black people have been asking for reparations for a very long time. I'm not saying that I agree with it or not agree with it. I'm just making a point.
Like a smack in the face to them.
And then the illegals come here and they're just giving money.
Hey, you want a house? You want a car? Here you go.
It's just giving money. So if that doesn't convince you not to vote Democrat as a minority, I don't know what the, you know what I mean? It's like,
I don't know why they just, well, as I was reading somewhere, a lot of these countries aren't even taking their own people back because they're all scumbags anyway.
Yeah, there was a girl that was,
they're all fucking criminals.
Yeah, there was a girl that was murdered, right?
Yeah, they arrested him in New York or something. They let him go.
Unbelievable. Yeah, unreal. All right, Justin, thank you very much for the news, bro. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, we'll do next week, same time, same place. Well, maybe, I don't know, maybe not the same day, but
we'll figure it out. We always do.
Oh, listen, I'll send it to you later.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, I've been saving a bunch of shit on Instagram.
All right, send it to me.
But that's saved, so.
All right, cool.
All right, Mr. John, enjoy your weekend, all right, brother?
Later, bro. Talk to you later.